Hey yo, peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece, man, and welcome back to another week of Just a Thought, man. You know how it is. We getting ready to bring in a dope guest, talk real nice. You know what I mean? Talk real nice. You know how we do it, man. So look, check it out. Stay glued to your seats. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with our guests. You know what I'm saying? We be right back after the intro. Let's get it. Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece, and I want to share my experiences with you. If I had to put my life in one word, I would have to say ridiculous, man. From growing up in one of the worst neighborhoods in St. Louis, Missouri, launching a successful music career, recording with some of the top names in the industry, and launching my own clothing line, traveling the world, discovering the power behind yoga and meditation, and how it can heal the mind as well as the body. So tune in to my show, Just a Thought. Follow the story, like the page, subscribe. Let's write the rest of the story that you've always dreamed of. Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece. See you soon.
Today is a new day to start over. We should be thankful that we have the opportunity to breathe, see, and be in our right minds. But we get so caught up in what society says we don't have, we become insecure within ourselves. I guess we all need validation. If you actually looked around, you'll see that we all are in search of something, a bigger plan. But if you learned you never had to look around, it was with you the whole time. There's no greater validation that can come from anywhere but the love and validation you can give to yourself. So the next time you're in midst of the storm, grab a mirror. I promise you, there's pure beautiful sunshine that wants to love you, like you could never imagine. The blessings are yours.
Hey yo, peace and blessings, man. Welcome back to another week of Just a Thought, man. It's your boy Jarmel Reece, and as always, we got a very special guest. This week it falls no shorter. We got an artist, actor. Actually, she got her PhD, and we're gonna explain what that is when she come in, man. I want to welcome my guest, Jennices Omega. Let's get it. How are you doing today?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Absolutely, I can hear you. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I am awesome sauce. We was having some technical difficulties earlier, so I just want to make sure we okay.
No doubt, no doubt. We solid today. So what's going on with you? How you been doing?
I've been doing amazing. Reprogramming my life, recalibrating my vortex. We'll get into that later because the average person wouldn't know what that means. I am a real doctor now. I've been calling myself Dr. Jennices for years, but I'm a real doctor now. And I just been doing a lot of great things.
So tell people what your PhD used to mean. You hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay. My PhD used to mean, Dr. Jennices, PhD, phenomenal hair designer. That's me, right? Now I have my degree in media arts, so I'm a real doctor now.
Yeah. Congratulations on that, man. We gonna talk about all that good stuff and everything. I want to talk about the reason why I brought you here, of course, you know what I'm saying, definitely learning how to recalibrate yourself and being able to get off into your spiritual journey, but also just like tell people where you come from and how you got here, because I know I met you being an artist. And so how did you even get to that point? And just let people know where you came from.
See, it's funny. I just had an epiphany the other day on why. A lot of people don't realize your genetics has a lot to do with your career path, whether good or bad. And my grandfather, he was a gospel singer, and he traveled the world doing music, and it didn't work out with him and my grandmother, but it was still in the bloodline, and my oh no, did I lose you? Are we here?
Yeah, we still
did
here.
I lose you?
No.
Oh my
God.
No. Did I lose you? Can you? Okay, all right, because it went blank on my screen. I was like, yo,
we good.
Okay, and Yeah, and it's my mother. They used to call her the next Diana Ross. My father, he was gonna be a member of the Shy Lights, but my granny was like, "That's the devil's music." My father from the Chi Town stand up,
No
and
doubt.
yeah, it just was in my DNA, and I evolved into an artist.
Yeah, for sure. And so, you
That's
know what
where
I'm
that
saying? Let's
came
get,
from.
hey,
So
no
it's in my
doubt.
blood.
So, hey, so why don't you just give us a background? Tell people where you from and like even how you got into doing hair and all that good stuff too.
Okay, the hair thing. I'm from St. Louis, 51 Scan Block West Side. Gotta say that. Shout out to all my peeps, from the hood. Um, Grew up West Side, St. Louis. My auntie, she owns salons and stuff. She's an entrepreneur. It's like I said, I grew up doing hair shows, modeling. I did the Bronner Brothers when I was 12, 13 years old, like my
Mm,
first big gig, So I've been doing a lot, and then it evolved into the hair thing. And the hair thing was actually an accident because I was so good at a young age. My father was just like, you should just get your license as a backup plan if the music thing don't, go fully through. And I was like, it's gonna go through. I'm signed, whatever. And I just went ahead and did it. And it evolved into something great. I ended up being one of the best hairstylists in the world, and doing a television show in Beverly Hills. So God has a funny way of directing your path how he wants it to be.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Because and like you said, you was doing music and you was doing all that stuff. So like, talk about your music career and how that started, and then how it didn't pan out. Or I'm not gonna say that because man, I think we are all successful in what we do, right? But it's also one of them things
Yes.
where it didn't go wherever you thought you was going. You now in where you supposed to be at. So talk about how you got there and your music career.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Okay, just meeting you, because I met you through King Odie,
Hmm.
my manager at the time, Chris Lowe. Shout out to him. And he was, just trying to get me into doing music. And once, King Odie heard me, he was like, "You got the gift of the anthem. Like everybody don't have that gift." And I was like, "Okay." So I just started making a lot of records, just like anthem type music. And when I would go to New York and LA and all this stuff, they'll always, because I used to rap real hardcore like I was from New York. I had an accent and stuff, just being around a lot of New York people, even though I'm from St. Louis. And they'd be like, "Where are you from?" Then I'd be like, "I'm from St. Louis." They'd be like, "Say her." I'd be like, "Oh my God." And I do it and they just fall out laughing, especially when I was in Def Jam. And the thing about me and yourself, I'm going to say this: we're successful because we didn't sell our soul or fuck our way to the top. Let's be clear. I want to say that part because it's so many people to be like, "Why ain't you on?" They hear our stuff, they hear our old, music, and they be like, "Y'all hot, you was hot. What happened?" They know
Yeah,
what happened, and it's all coming to pass now, and they're seeing, oh, that's why they didn't go through those doors.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
why, that didn't happen, especially being, of a certain caliber of an artist. Um, Also with the music thing, I've dropped 2 albums, in the midst of doing this independently. And I was with a Christian label called Take Music Group.
Mhm.
Because I couldn't really be as creative. I couldn't use profanity, I got a potty mouth. I can't deny that. Great thinkers have potty mouths. So this last album, Genesis, the first album was Arching My Back. This album, Je ne sais quoi, it allowed me to be more creative. Shout out to Eugene Patterson, from Imp Top Dog Productions, one of the dopest producers. He produced everything on this album, and I wrote everything. And I have features from Belle the violinist, Tamika Don. Shout out to Tamika Don and Charlie Vine, the Barry White of St. Louis. So we got some decent stuff, and I'm working on a new project as well. So we crossing our fingers. This new one gonna do super great as well.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So man,
It's a
like we
little
going when
delayed.
I'm hey, it's gonna be all good. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Don't worry about it. But look, I tell you what, this is what we gonna do.
Okay.
We gonna play a clip
Mm-hmm.
from your hairstylist career. We gonna play a clip from when you was on this show. What was the name of this show? Tell us the name of this show.
The show is called Split Ends. It was on the Style Network, Bravo, and we had a spinoff with Elgin Charles that was on VH1. I auditioned. I was pregnant with my son. I literally had just had my son. Shout out to my beautiful son, Chosen Legacy. I had just had my son while I auditioned, and they couldn't take me on the show. They were like, you a liability. So they waited till I had my baby, and my baby was 3 months in nursing, so I can fly out and do the show. And that was such a blessing because it kind of almost didn't happen because they tried to pick other people, but they was like, no, we casted her. We need her because her personality. Because it was only me at first, and then the stylist, shout out to the stylist Skylar. Skybox the brand, giving him a shout out, and Abracadabra, she's amazing as well. So like they ended up picking us and we did our thing, man.
All right, well, cool. We get ready to play because you definitely right about that. They couldn't have did this show without your personality because you start acting like yourself on this show. So I need people to be able to see this. You know what I'm saying? We get ready to play a clip from this, all right?
Okay, cool beans.
You're looking so good, you're looking so fine, you're looking so bring me a granola bar. I'm hungry. My name is Dr. Jennices, PhD, phenomenal hair designer. I work at the fabulous She Salon, darling, in St. Louis, Missouri, and I call myself a weavologist.
My name is Skylar B. I'm apprenticing at She Salon. Things I do is like shampoo, touch-ups. I'm a hairstylist in the making. You're late. Oh my gosh.
Shut up, where my granola bar at?
Let me get in the car.
Let's roll.
My name is Abracadabra, and I'm a hair magician. I make miracles happen with these fingers. All right, we're gonna have a she day today.
I know.
Right.
Oh my God. What's up, my beautiful she style? Know how we doing the loop? The ambiance at the She Salon, it's like everybody is a phenomenal stylist and everybody love each other. It's like a family, and we just got each other back here.
I'm one that likes to get my party on.
They call me bougie. To me, that my bougie. That's it. I'm bougie.
Hi, welcome to She. Can I help you today?
Wait a minute, you threw me off. My name is Reece. I'm the owner of She Salon. The atmosphere is like a New York salon. I think that She Salon, because it's an urban refuge, I keep them stylists in check because we work as one.
Drink my cranberry apple juice.
I don't tolerate ignorance. That's unacceptable. There's too many clients on the floor. You know way better than that.
All right, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh man. So hey, look, where my granola bar is getting ready to be my new line every time I see you. I'm hungry. I need a granola bar. That was super dope. So how did that come about?
Okay, like shout out to the fabulous Marie Simone, owner of the She Salon. She actually relocated. She's still on Olive, but she relocated to another building because it's a parking lot or Superdome there now. But yeah, like it was, they came to the salon and I came in. I had my medical stuff on, my mask. I was like, and I'm mind you, I'm pregnant, so I'm just like, oh, I'm Dr. Jennices. I just flew in. I got to do all these clientele, just extra over the top. And it's so crazy because that was before the reality era. Yeah. It was right after Flavor of Love, right before Love and Hip Hop. And what I noticed, this is the things that people didn't see. And let's clear up that scene where what I said, who drank my cranberry apple juice. Let's be clear. I want to clear that
off what's the name, barbershop.
Right. And we had already discussed we was gonna do that, and she played me on national TV. I'm like, what? You know, I said that's why I'm looking like really like you're gonna.
She tried to get professional on you in the midst of it.
Right. I was just like, okay, because I was just trying to lighten up the show, bring some comedy to it. If you watch the whole episode, if you will. But other than that, we was just trying to bring some different fun flavor to it and still stay professional, because I'm a dope stylist. I'm one of the dopest weaveologists in the world. And it's one of the things, like I've been doing extensions since before people was getting bundles, that we was selling them by the weight. You get what I'm saying? And walking out looking like drug dealers. Like it was big boxes of bundles delivered to St. Louis, and people like, yo, before Mean Lee, all that. So it's kind of like we kind of started the trend, of that. But everybody knew, you want your install done, go to Jen at She Salon. The She Salon was, that deal. It's still that deal. Marie Simone's doing her thing. I'm international doing my thing, for production film. I just executive produced a film. We're working on a film now, but it's a thing called Hair Run, and it's about extensions and how thank you. It changes you, and a lot of people don't realize. And the plot twist is they getting the hair from dead people, so the people acting real crazy when they get their hair in, and we talk about it, and it's dope. It's dope.
I can't wait to see that. That's dope.
Yeah, and I'm playing the character Rona, so. It's life imitating art. It's like I'm playing myself on steroids. Like I'm over the top. And yeah, it's super good. But the film is gonna be amazing. And I'm working on a few other films that are gonna be coming out. I don't want to spill the beans on them, because you got to get clearance, and who all's gonna be in it and whatnot. But I'm on both sides of the fence. I'm in production, doing executive producing, writing, as well as playing in the film and being key hairstylist and makeup. So I got 50 hats, y'all. Literally.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, because as an entrepreneur, what we learn is that, you got to keep on moving. And especially as artists, we always got something going on in our head and trying to be able to move and keep that thing going. So shout out to you for keep on going all the time. That's what you got to do. So look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a little break for a second, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back, and then we're going to start talking about the transformation of you. Like where you going now and what's going on with you now. We're going to get off into that type of stuff, all right?
Cool beans.
All right, let's get it. Blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece, man. And welcome back to a new season of Just a Thought. If you're a business or you're a person that has a story and you're interested in being able to be a guest on Just a Thought, hey, hit me up. I'm definitely interested to be able to sit down with you and be able to hear your story. Man, peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you love, make sure you share. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of cool giveaways that's going to be coming out this month. You know what I mean? Make sure you go into the clothing line. We got the 9 collections with the S. Go over there so you can be able to shop. You can go and get you a spiritual advisory shirt. Everything that you want to be able to get from the 9 collection. You know what I'm saying? Donate, all that stuff. The link tree is in the description. Peace and blessings. Blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece, and it's another week of Just a Thought. All right. So look, check this out. So talk to me about now. I know you said that you actually now got your PhD, and you said that this. So talk to me about that and let us know what is it in detail and what you're doing now.
Okay, so now I've helped build. See, and this is the crazy, like you said, being an artist as well as being a hairstylist. You meet so many people from different walks of life. And what people don't realize, we don't just do one thing. We don't just do two things. It's so many things that we can do. It's just the fact of what you choose to do.
Because life imitates art, right? And if you're an artist, then you're always going to be trying to be able to bring life into things. So, yep.
Yes, definitely. And just being corporate, behind the scenes, I've helped build multiple companies, and that, like with structuring and whatnot. And it started off kind of like not a hobby, but it's kind of like, I know what you need, so let me help you. I can help you do this. I'm going to get you to them to get the money. I'm going to get you to them. And it kind of evolved, into its own little thing. And like, I just haven't experienced, like, I literally started off, may JB rest in peace, with Honeycomb Productions from St. Louis.
Absolutely,
And
I remember.
yeah, that was what we had a partnership with Quincy Jones' son Q, and a distribution deal through Sony. So I've been having record deals forever since I was a kid. First record deal, 12 years old. Chingy's dad, actually, me and my little cousin. I've been doing it so long. Before Odie, my cousin introduced us to Chingy's father, Big Howard, and he was going to try to mold us into the next TLC. We were really little, but my bars and my lyrics were so adult. He was like, nobody's going to believe you wrote this. You have to grow into your lyrics. I was like, what? He was like, I can't do nothing with you. You're rapping like a 25-year-old woman at 11. It's nothing I can do, so I'm just like, okay, So it's one of them things where, like I said, it's being in the business, from taking notes and finding out about deals, publishing, being financed, the banking industry. You kind of put it all together, especially, just being meeting people from all walks of life. And it kind of spent on its own access. And now, like, I'm helping people build their companies, and I can see what needs to be built. So it's like, if it's a hole in it, I can see, okay, you need to do this, 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 and this. And I'm going to go back to when I was with Kanye West in California. I met Kanye West. We listened to, at the record plant, we listened to the College Dropout before it was College Dropout. And Gold Digger was supposed to be on the first album, right? It's so crazy because the moment he said, take their badass kids to showbiz, I said, stop the music. I was like, yo, are you from St. Louis? He was like, because, only the Midwest had showbiz. I was like, where is he? He was like, I'm from the Chi. We was like, my daddy from the Chi. The world's smart. We thinking we cousins. So we was like, yeah, y'all are cousins now. So we kind of clicked. This is before Ye, and we got a chance to meet and link up later. And I'm going through his sketchbook. Like, it's a gift that the Most High give you. You just got to know. And I'm like, who drew this? He was like, I drew that. I'm like, yo, this going to be your money. So I kind of like prophesied, like, this going to be your money. Because he can draw his ass off. And I was just looking through his sketches. And I'm like, damn, these spits are hot. Years later, look,
he got it going on. Yeah. Yep.
He's made his fortune, not from music, more so from fashion. So it's kind of like, just going back as a teenager, seeing that, and I'm like, I got a gift. Yeah. A lot of people don't use their gift. They just think that's nothing. No, your gift and your talents, if you don't bury them, they can make you a lot of money and take you to a lot of places.
When I tell you so right about that, you know what I'm saying? It's because, so for me, getting off into music started it. I've always been like how I am, you know what I'm saying? But off of all that, knowing different people, all the facets of life, it made me build a marketing company. And you know what I'm saying? So now I'm like how you are. I can see so many holes in people's businesses that it's ridiculous because of all the facets of life. And I think they got a lot to do with music, right? Because I ain't gonna even lie to you, like being able to travel around the world and meet different people opened my eyes up to so much, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I was able to like build marketing companies and do different things like that. So I understand exactly where you're coming from. And it also led to me ultimately healing. You know what I mean? Like, I think that the artist part of us always wants to be able to look for more. We always searching for more and to save the world, to try to help everybody else. And ultimately what happens is you end up healing yourself. So talk about how you do that. You know what I mean? Talk about that.
The funny part about that, because it's a journey, it's a marathon, it's a process, May Nipsey Hussle rest in peace, because I literally learned a lot from him. It's a process.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'll ever get to the point where you want to be, but you'll get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm ready to do this thing and move forward in my life and do what I am called to do on this planet. The thing about me, when you see me on the show, um, like I said, I had just had my son. And I was, before I had my son, I started listening to Abraham Hicks. I read Think and Grow Rich. I
Mhm.
read Secret. I read The Purpose Driven Life. You get what I'm saying? So those were like staples that catapulted me to where I am now. And
Mhm.
now, kind of like those are things where I'm sneaking to the certain bookstores to get those books because people are looking like, what the hell are you going there for? They got crystals. That's the devil. It's like,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But now the moment I saw Abraham Hicks on YouTube, I just started bawling because my ex-husband at the time would just look at me like, okay, he didn't get it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And even with marriage and procreating and bringing human beings in the world, as we discussed on your other platform, a lot of people don't really think about who they are and who they're procreating with,
yeah,
what type of being that they're creating on this planet. And it takes a lot, being a parent, with my personal situation. My son was kidnapped by my ex-husband when he was 3, and some legal stuff happened in the system where he lied on me. I was facing a felony, and I went through a really bad depression and had to just pray to the Most High to come out of it.
yeah.
And I started going back, because I study the word as, first off, the basic instructions before leaving earth, the Bible.
Mhm.
And the Most High gave me specific instructions. And I did what Joseph did. I told my ex-husband and my family. And as I'm older, God said, I told you not to tell them, even though you're where you are now. You can't tell people that the Most High have a blessing for you and expect them to be happy about it because a prophet is not welcome in his own home.
Man,
Most of the things I've accomplished have been around, the country and the world versus St. Louis.
man, tell me
And
about it.
yeah, and so it was like, I heard a voice that said, that's your husband, but not right now. And I told him, I'm like, it's things that we got to do. Like, I need to do. And I was kind of forced into a marriage. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm here. And even being married, a lot of people, men and women, have to realize, is that person marrying you because they love you and they want to be with you, or they don't want no one else to have you? That's
man.
two different things.
Yeah, talk. Oh, come on. Hey, look. So, okay. So you unfolded a lot with that. Hold up.
Yeah.
So I understand exactly what you're talking about. You know what's crazy about that is that I think that we can't ultimately be able to tell who we supposed to be at the particular time, right? Because we do. I know for me, I went through a spiritual experience while I was in the marriage. So I went
Mm,
through something like, you know what I'm saying? I had went through a 21-day fast and I didn't eat for a while. And then after that, my life just started changing. And it was like we were like this because I was in that world. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Because we think about it, we were all under the spell at one time. Like
mhm,
doing the
mhm.
matrix things and stuff like that. So that is your husband in the matrix. That's your wife in the matrix. But once you start being able to get up out the spell, you start being like, you know what? We might need to tighten up some things and be able to come in here a little bit more. And what happens is that you find that those people haven't gotten to a place spiritually yet.
Yes,
And,
yes,
and
definitely.
and so you know what I'm saying, when you say a prophet isn't welcome in his own home, you unfolded a lot. And how did that make you? Because I know for me, it was very hard to walk away from my family
Mhm.
because I created this family.
Yes.
But I also felt something inside of me that was telling me it's time to go. How did
Mm.
how and especially as a woman, how difficult was that for you?
It was very difficult for 3 reasons. first, my mother and father, may my father rest in peace. My mother was with my father from the age of 15 till he passed away at 72. He gave her 52 years of marriage. Okay. So all I know is my parents. No step brothers, no step sisters. It's them. Okay. So, and my sisters and uncles, like they're all still married to the same person. So it was normal for me. But I married a person whose mother divorced their father when she was pregnant.
Yep.
What you conceive while you are pregnant, along with the child, the energy goes to the offspring. We were unequally yoked.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't fathom, my parents divorced. Well, you'll do fine. You'll be, my mama was single mama. I'm like, no. I literally held on by the skin of my teeth because I didn't believe in divorce. Because I figured you can work through anything. And I didn't touch another man or nothing till literally 3 months after the ink was dry. Then I was like, it's over. I think I need to start dating. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
But even then, I shouldn't have been dating. I should have been reprogramming.
Yeah.
This is because, all the things that we have now on YouTube and stuff. And before, for real, Google, Google, not like now. Like, what is wrong with me?
I get it, because I'm going to tell you, I tell people this all the time. Man, I went through a spiritual awakening when it wasn't popular. You know what I'm saying? I was vegan before it was popular. I stopped doing all this stuff. I was rocking crystals. People was like, Jarmel lost his mind. He crazy. You know what I'm saying? He talking about third eyes. He talking about going inside yourself. I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Like, they thought I was losing my mind. And so
you did it publicly. Y'all remember I disappeared. Y'all like, where's
I couldn't find you. Yeah.
So I was literally studying, reading in the store, staging the house, opening the windows. You get what I'm saying? Doing the cleanse, fasting, all these things. And what you're saying, I don't do. Do you know Firewater, the rapper?
Nuh-uh.
Okay, y'all need to link, because he's been on this since the 90s. Was vegan, and I was vegan in the 90s. The problem was all my friends were, and they would make fun of me and they would taunt me. So I was just like, I can't do it. Now I don't have any friends. I have
usually how it works, ain't it? That's how it works.
And like, I have people that I grew up with, that's family. I don't consider them friends. They like my sisters and brothers. That's family. Like, people, like, it's just like, if you rock it with me, you rock it, we family. Like, son, she my family. Like, just who your people and who not. Because the Most High will orchestrate the universe to give you a new group of people to manifest what he wants you to manifest while you're in this temple on this planet. But it's so important. The energies and entities that you are around can direct you towards your destiny or away from it. And that's what was happening. I started veering off because sometimes when you're so advanced, it's people, like you said, people look at you like you touch you off or whatever. And it's just like, what's she on? So you don't eat meat no more? Oh, so you don't eat pork no more?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I used to be a science experiment at the barbecues. You hear me? They be like, "What you eating? What's in that? What you got going on?" I'm like, I'm all nervous to eat. But what was crazy was I'll be like, damn, they ask me everything what's inside of my food, but they don't never question nothing what's inside of their food, and they food giving them cancer.
But no, they want to know.
Yeah.
They're watching us.
Internally, they want to know why and how you're doing it. And that's what I had to learn, the compassion. You know what I'm saying? And start learning how to be able to be like, you know what, it's not, I was feeling like I was attacked at that time because I was by myself. I didn't have YouTube to turn on and be like, yo.
You had the Most High and you got to.
And so that's why I would say it out loud. I'd be like, yeah, talking to people like, yeah, because the Most High told me to say it to you. But then I had to learn like what you said. That it was for me.
Yes.
It wasn't for everybody else. And I was trying to, in some ways, it'll look like I was judging them. But in reality, it was just me so happy about having this new experience that I wanted to share with the rest of the world, and I wanted everybody else to be a part of it. You know what I
But
mean?
I have to stop you right there. You weren't judging. It was three things that was happening in that process. People start rejecting, deflecting, and projecting. Did you
Mm.
get that? So,
Yes.
so what the subconscious was telling them they need to do, their ego man was telling them, you don't need to listen to him. You know, the good angel and the bad angel, then the
Yep.
third eye self. And then they're watching it manifest in front of them. That's just like if we lived thousands of years ago and was with walking with Yeshua HaMashiach, some call him Jesus, you know, we know his name.
100.
And he like, no, don't eat that, don't do that. They look at him like, nigga, who you think you is? He like, I'm God. Like
Yeah.
how you said, I'm God.
God, and they ain't gonna believe that.
You know?
Listen, yeah.
So that's what was happening with you. They were projecting on things that they need to do and making you feel a certain way. And what I had to learn, this is why I do isolate a lot and I be in prayer a lot. Sometimes my light might irritate your demons.
Whew.
So if I'm shining, I'm at a point in my life, I'm not dimming my light so you can shine. Not doing it no more.
Nah.
Done it to make people pacify them, make them feel okay. And being in the cosmetology business, you just want everybody to feel beautiful. All the women, men, her, I do. It's just like I want them to feel good. But now it's like I want to live life. You get what I'm saying? And me being in that position, I'm gonna tell you what happened to me one day when I know I was supposed to do music and be in the entertainment business. Beyonce album, Fergie album, who else album? Chris said Michelle album. It was one more person. They got the CDs. You know, CDs were really popping back then. They put them in a player and just kept playing them. I had to excuse myself from my client, and it was like I had an out of body experience. I went in the bathroom and I laid on the floor and I cried and I prayed. I've never told that story. I've never told us. I'm telling you today, and it's like I've been having all these epiphanies, and I was just crying, bawling, because I was like, I was having my art with God, like, yo, I ain't supposed to be doing this. They drained me. They drained me. I'm getting drained. They're taking my ether.
Yeah.
And then I got myself together and went back, finished the client, and just soaked on the inside. Now that I study it, let's go back to scripture. Okay. When Yeshua was walking, he said, who touched me? She touched him in his garment. She didn't even touch him. She touched his clothes and he felt it. So imagine doing so many people hair a day and not knowing how to properly cleanse.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. Yep.
And all this hair and different energies, bringing it to your house.
Yep.
Once you take a bath, you are drained, tired, and ready to go to bed, and you got to do it the next day. Where's your life? They were sucking the soul out of me. And you realize that, and that's where witchcraft, voodoo, and voodoo, which I teach in my course about the ethereal plane. I need to send you something. It's about your locks or whatever. And it's the fact of the matter. These are our hair tanners. They're connected to the ethereal plane. Okay, we the only people whose hair defies gravity and absorbs sunlight. Okay, the thing about it is this transaction that's going on a daily. A lot of these hairstylists and clients need to even say, "Are we compatible as client and stylist, barber and client?"
Yes.
You. I got all this stuff going on with me and I'm touching you, or you got this stuff going on to me and I'm doing your hair. It's like, yo, when you know better, you do better. But when you don't know, time went by so fast, you lost time. And now these people energies are attached to you and you need to learn how to cleanse from the sage and the salt water. And even with, I'm at a point, yes, I still do extensions, but I try to get people to wean themselves off of the human hair. They won't. So what I do, I pray over the hair and I sage the hair. Okay. And I release it from the person that blessed us with the hair for the person. Okay. People
Yeah.
not doing that,
Nah,
King.
you really, I ain't gonna even lie to you. You unfold a lot right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very particular about who I let in my head. I like my hair gonna stay undone until I go see the person that do my hair. I don't
Mhm.
really, like you said, I'm not into letting people touch me like that or touch my hair and be in my head and do stuff like that. It's like you gotta really have a connection with me to be able to put your hands in my head, and
Yeah,
because you right, we haven't learned that you could take that stuff home with you.
yes,
It's just like your job when you bringing it from it is your job. It's the matrix. So
yes,
you don't know what these people are going to through internally when they're actually coming to you. You know what I'm saying? So no, you unfolding a lot, and the fact that you're doing something like that, I wish a lot of hairstylists would do it. It would make me go to somebody even more if I see somebody praying over their hair that are
pray
doing
with
something.
your hands, you
Yeah,
pray with your hands in the hair. And if
yeah,
you put extensions, you blessing everything you touch. Because even with the play I did, Heron, they got the hair, they were stealing her from the dead people from the funeral home. And it was changing the energetic field in the woman. One. And it happens for real. Two, then you have hair that people bless people with.
yeah.
It's people that they bless, but that hair is so expensive. 9 times out of 10, they stealing hair in India, and then they have. This is another thing. We are the true living gods on this earth. It's in the word. Ye are God's children of the Most High. Does not your law say that ye are gods? Okay, I'll send you the scripture later. The actual.
Absolutely. I know that scripture. Come on with it. I'm a Bible thumper. Come on, let's get it.
And the thing about it is, they're in India because that's where we would get our hair from, for the most part. And that's my clients with Indian hair. So it's like a paradigm shift. They're shaving their hair off to honor the gods.
Yep. Yep.
The, Now listen to this. The melanated women, when you pray, you need to have your head covered. Amen.
Yep.
Then once they shave their hair, they ship it all. And now we got bundles in America. And who wear the most bundles?
You know it.
Okay. So it's literally a subconscious confirmation, and from my studies, which I do teach in my conferences and when I speak, it's in our genetic code. They've been wearing wigs since ancient Egypt. They
Mhm.
their heads, and they will make wigs, but they would do it because it was so hot and to keep their hair from getting lice and infections. Okay, that's where the root of it came from. All these young girls that are doing it don't realize they're goddesses and they're heirs of ancient Egypt civilization because
Yeah.
it's desire to do it. And the women in India that shaving their heads, they know they have to literally give homage to the gods and goddesses now because of what has happened throughout generations, not letting the melanated people know that they are the true lineage of Christ.
Man, hey, we are definitely, I say this, we in Western society is definitely a disconnection to the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? And I think and I say this, I think a lot of that stuff got to do with us being artists
Mhm.
because I tell people this all the time. I was living in St. Louis, but I never really lived in St. Louis. You know
You're
what I mean? Like I was there. That was like the place where my clothes was at. That's where my stuff was at. But most of the time, I was gone all the time, and I got to be around different cultures, and I
Yes.
got to see everything. I got to see stuff different from being on the north side of St. Louis. It was different. You know what I'm saying? And so I definitely I think they got a lot to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Where you find your roots. You come from a background of singers and musicians and artists, and you're an artist doing hair still. You still an artist. You haven't changed anything. You still doing that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so, look, check this out. We gonna do this before we get up out of here. I want to do this with you. I want to do the just a thought question of the night. All right. So we finna do the.
Okay.
Let's get it. Let's get it. So check this out. I literally just came with this question for you.
Okay. Okay.
Before
I'm
you
ready.
got,
Okay, I'm
before
ready.
you, this is so crazy that this came for you.
Uh,
So how do you approach the balance between self-care and service to others in your spiritual journey?
how do I balance it? I listen to my inner voice. That's that's the only way. If you hear no, the answer is no, and no is one sentence. If you hear go do it now, you put your sneakers on and you get the hell up out the house and you go do it now. Being balanced, and let's go back to the laws of Ma'at, 42 laws of Ma'at, that people really need to delve into, especially religious folks and Christian folks, so they can know the order.
Yeah.
If your heart is light as a feather, then you're doing right. Okay. So the balance comes in where you know when and when not to. Your body will tell you no. If your body say don't go, don't go. It's been many lives saved and many lives gone for not listening to the voice in their bodies. I know you've been in situations where you said, I'm gonna stay here with the kids. I ain't going. They
Yep.
shot the place and 3 people dead. And you was
Mhm.
supposed to perform, but something happened. You like, I ain't feeling it.
Yep.
I've had so many situations in my lifetime where I listened to the voice being literally, when I didn't, I had to suffer the consequences, like I told you earlier, which I'm still experiencing now from my son being kidnapped. Okay. And situations where if I was there, I would be dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
being obedient, the key word is obedience is better than sacrifice. So many people want to sacrifice, but they don't want to be obedient, and they wonder why things happen the way they do. When the Most High has his hands on you, okay, you have a path that you're supposed to go. Whether, I said this on one of your platforms, some people have gifts to kill. That's a gift. You descendant of Paul and Saul. That's bloodline. What are you using it for? Are you protecting the people in the community,
Right.
or
Are you hurting them?
a fool out here just killing people for no reason, robbing, doing wrong things?
Yep.
Uh,
You gotta use that energy the right way. I get what you, yeah.
have you seen not Training Day? What's the name? Frank Lucas movie? American Gangster. Have you
Oh,
seen?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
What the thing about Frank Lucas, I watched him in an interview. He said, if I would have been a doctor, my brothers would have been a doctor. If I would have been a lawyer, my
His
brother
brothers would, yep.
so happened to be a dope dealer. The
Yep.
thing that is so true, and you have to. I'm a Capricorn. I learn from other people's mistakes. You did that's stupid. Okay, I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah.
You can learn from other people's mistakes that'll help, but the majority of people usually follow in their uncles, their brothers, their daddy footsteps. Okay, saying I'm gonna do what I'm called to do while I'm here, and then I'm out of this vessel and onto the next ethereal plane. Okay, I know that's some big words for some people, but you get me.
Already.
So and back to the balance, knowing what you're using your gift for and having an outlet. Some people like to smoke weed, some people like to drink, some people like to eat food. I just so happen to like to make hats and shoes. That's my vice. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And my vice, I picked up my vice because I didn't want to do those type of things because I saw the negative side effects. My father passed away from a kidney transplant. Okay. Why would I do drugs or drink? That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's just like, did you
saw
not?
the aftermath of it? You saw it.
Yeah, it's just like, but even then, Nancy Reagan said, "Don't do drugs." Why y'all still doing drugs? That's stupid.
Man.
It's stupid. People are, because you don't know where I come from. No, you're stupid.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you just actually just throwing more stuff on top of your trauma and not dealing with it.
Exactly. And I don't want to get too much onto that because I know we got a limited time. I do want to speak on television network.
Go ahead,
Let's
because tell me like what's going on. What can we? What should we be expecting from you? What's coming up next? And what you got going?
Gosh, okay. So LaShore Network is the company that I partner with. Shout out to Mike LaShore. Shout out to Linda Knox, who's a part of the gospel recording artist group. Jaya, her birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Linda. I don't know if she's watching it or
Happy
not.
birthday, Linda! Happy birthday!
And Boogie, and then oh my God, Sharifa Shaheen. He got a Muslim name. Don't be mad at me. It's a shout out. Okay, giving a shout out to them. It's a network that all Black owned, and we're literally putting people on. You know what I'm saying? If you have a show, if you actually want your own channel, all these things can be manifested. We're dealing with some of the top people in the world, you know, in the logistics and all the technology. So it's like, it's no reason not to, man. It's like, if you're trying to do something, YouTube is not the only home. You can go to other places. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to YouTube. I'm going to Patreon. You can still do that. And you can come here too. You can have things on multiple platforms. So we're doing specials and stuff. If you guys contact us at LaShore Network, LeSurenetwork. Dang, I can't spell, y'all. That's spelled right though. LaShore Network. I'm gonna give you the QR code so you can follow up once you watch this again. But at the end of the day, if you got shows, we do pay-per-view, we do streaming, all the good stuff, apps, all that good stuff. And then also working on a telephone company. I have that in the bag with Homeless Lives Matter. We're trying to eliminate homelessness in the world. It's starting, but it's picking up. And that's through one of my partners. Shout out to Dr. E with Bitcoin. He's doing amazing things. He's a freaking genius, man. And he, brought me in, and he wants to see me help eradicate homelessness. Okay. And if you're trying to get an eBay store, you talk to him. So that department. And then I'm working with Hip Hop for Justice. I'm the St. Louis representative. And that's basically stopping all these police for killing people for no damn reason. They killed my cousin, and it's just like, look, we need to do something better because they've been literally abusing and enforcing their laws. And for the record, anybody listening to this, my ex-husband is a police officer. He said this: if they're hitting someone, they're recording it. Even if you're not moving, they're going to say, stop resisting, even if you're not. So it's best to stay the hell away from them because they're entangled with the judicial system and doing stuff they have no business. So please stay safe out here. It's a lot. I stay out of his way because you ain't going to kill me.
Hey, no doubt about it, man. Because hey, man, they is not playing out here for real. And we do need more things that are being put in place for citizens. You know what I'm saying? So that's key, man. We definitely gonna leave description inside of the description here. We'll leave everything. You drop the links and stuff for me, and we'll get the links from you, and we'll put everything up because people definitely need to be able to get in contact with you. You're doing some amazing stuff. I totally appreciate you so much. I mean, for real, thank you. I'm so thankful I'm so happy to see the metamorphosis of who you have became. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, it's really humbling. I mean, dude, it's probably been about over 20 years since I met you. You know what I'm saying? And
hey, shit.
Hey, look, look. Hey, we look good though. You know what I'm talking about? So, hey, look, it's been a long time, man, and just really to be able to see who you've became through everything that you've been through. I'm really thankful to be able to have you here for real, straight up.
I'm proud of you. I've been knowing you since Sloop Crew, and you've evolved into an amazing king, as Sonny would call you, and you doing your thing, and you're going to do bigger and better things than this. This is just the beginning, just the top little particle of what the Most High has for you. It's going to evolve into something bigger, more phenomenal, where literally you're going to be like, I'm booked every day. Literally. So you're going to have to balance your time because you're going to have to learn the word, no, I can't do that. I got to get my kick. You're going to have
automation, everything on autopilot. I got this stuff going on autopilot. automation. The internet is a beautiful place to be at. You know what I'm saying? So now I received that for real. Thank you. For real,
Yes.
thank you. And so that's gonna conclude another night of Just a Thought. Genesis Omega, thank you so much for being able to be a guest here. We will be back next week. We will have another special guest because every guest is special here. You know what I'm talking about? Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye.
Peace and
Shout
blessings,
out.
blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece, and I want to share my experiences with you. If I had to put my life in one word, I would have to say ridiculous, man. From growing up in one of the worst neighborhoods in St. Louis, Missouri, launching a successful music career, recording with some of the top names in the industry, and launching my own clothing line, traveling the world, discovering the power behind yoga and meditation, and how it can heal the mind as well as the body. So tune in to my show, Just a Thought. Follow the story, like the page, subscribe. Let's write the rest of the story that you've always dreamed of. Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece. See you soon.
Like it's easy to paint the picture, but maybe be like the past.